That's the thumbnail right there.
Yep, that's it.
This is the thing they tell you not to do in Yellowstone. Here's my attempt at a better YouTube vlog, because I'm here today to learn not just about bison, as you can see they're behind us, but I'm also here to learn about YouTube from Cross Timber. This is, we're in Sulphur.
Yep.
Sulphur, Oklahoma. I've been traveling all over the place, you guys know this. I am an aspiring bison rancher. You guys all voted. I'm going to be raising bison. So today I'm here to learn about that. What are you going to teach me? What are we going to learn today?
Well, first you got to meet Big Joe.
Oh, yes.
And then 2, we're going to roll out some hay, and then we're going to get our hands dirty a little bit.
Okay.
And,
all right. I like that.
We're going to really inspire you with the bison story.
Okay.
And just how to keep them happy. That's the #1 thing about bison. If you want to learn anything from me or any bison rancher, if you want to have bison and raise bison, keep them happy.
Okay.
And they'll stay in your fences.
I'm also gonna try to see how far I venture out from this truck. This is like my safety. As
Safety
you can
zone.
see, yeah, they're not like a scary animal, but you have to have a healthy respect for them. So I'm gonna stay as close to the truck as I can. You are much more brave with them, but that's also because you know what you're doing. And some of these you've raised, yeah?
Yeah, like hand raised since they were babies.
Yeah, so wish me luck. Hopefully I don't get gored today feeding Joe, but I think he's friendly, so.
He is. Most days. He'll be real friendly.
We have this on camera, so that's a guarantee.
That's right.
Wish me
Give
luck.
him some cubes and you'll be good.
Okay. It's such a different experience because, like with cattle, you kind of know.
Yeah.
With bison, you're like, well, some places they're more tame, and then you're like, well, you know, it's not that big a deal. And other ones, you're like, no, don't go in there. So you're like, I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody's bison are different.
They are. So this is you can tell they're.
This is, what's his name?
That's Big Joe.
That's Big Joe.
So I've got a group of 22 females in here.
Okay.
The calves are still on the moms. I like leaving the calves on the moms for almost a year. So.
And then you'll wean them, or they'll just naturally?
They can naturally wean, but as far as grazing and grass management, I really have to pull those calves off, and for the health of the mom.
Okay.
So I pull them
They're all falling. There's some breakfast, I guess. What time is it here? It's like 9.
Yeah. I think I counted 11 or 12 different genetics in this group.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have to test that, like you send that in, or you just...
You can, yep. So you can pull their hair, or you take tissue samples, and we send all of those samples in, and you can basically put it in a database and a registration. It's called the North American Bison Registry, and you can kind of learn all about your animals. You can do
where they came from and like what herds and stuff.
You can try to, you can do all that. You can do parentage, and you can also find out if they're woods or plains.
Okay.
And then even there's other tests where you can see if they have cattle genes in them.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but it's pretty cool. So I like to do that. Almost all of mine are registered.
Who do you register them with?
UC Davis
Okay.
is the United States' version.
Oh, okay.
UC Davis in California, so that's where we send most of them. Yeah, to register them for parentage.
I think the question everyone wants to know is how often you've been attacked. From these vicious, look how vicious they are.
Yeah, I know. You can tell Peaches there. This hair's dirty.
She's about ready to jump in the truck. You just get you.
She would. To be honest with you, the only times I've ever been like in bad situations is mostly my fault. It's rare to ever have a cow come after you. Bulls won't really, but cows with calves are always interesting.
They're protecting.
They're doing what they would
Yep.
at Yellowstone against wolves or bears. In a corral, I've had.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you put an animal in a corner, it's gonna sort of fight back, I guess you could say. But I've had some. Actually, Big Joe one time. It's on video. He almost got me in my butt. I escaped but he was pretty ticked off.
Yeah.
But he had never been worked before. That's another story. But anyways, I went back and watched the video, and it was close. He almost got a butt cheek. So, but other than that, it's just in a pen maybe or corral system. When you're cornered, they may show some aggression. But honestly,
When they're out here just
it's
living life.
no, you just out in the open, whatever. They won't bother you. So you just have to pay attention and watch what you're doing. But bison get blamed for coming after people. That's because in Yellowstone, you're in their home, whatever, and people get too close. But you just have to pay attention. They're not going to come after you. They're tired of following me around.
And they're like, give us the food already.
Just feed us. Come on.
How long is this gonna take?
You see how she's dark, and some of them are
Yeah, what's the...
pretty brown.
Do you want to explain the color differences here?
So, the way I understand it is there's blacks and browns. There's some that are, it's rare to have a really black one. My buddy has a bunch of black ones, and Lawton, Tommy does, but my understanding with our vet, Doc Parsons, says it's just pigment, and that's also where the albino comes in.
Oh, yeah.
It's way more scientific than I can explain. A dummy like me, my vet could really explain it. He's really good at genetics, but it's basically pigment color. And apparently...
But it is all genetic. Like a black bison's gonna have another black bison?
It's gonna be, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so her calf is black.
Okay.
Her calf looks exactly like her. Even though she was bred by Big Joe, she carried on the black with her calves. And all of her calves come out like that. And apparently a long time ago, when there were all the subspecies of bison, there was a black herd that kind of started in Michigan, apparently, according to Doc. And then from there, it's been a long time, but the black has spread. That's what Doc says. And he's way smarter than me, so.
We're gonna just go with what he says.
Yeah, we can. But most of them are brown.
Does it affect the price at all? Like, are black ones more expensive than the brown ones?
My buddy Tommy started his herd in Lawton, Oklahoma. This guy named Ron Nance. He's been in the bison industry forever. Line bred to make almost a completely black bison.
Okay.
And they are black.
He was intending
for black so he could kind of have this little niche. Well, he has that niche. And Tommy has bought some of those animals. And so if you go to Tommy's place, Tommy's are black. And it was just a special inline breeding that they did. And so, yes, actually, when Tommy takes his animals to the sale,
they do better.
They do pretty good.
Okay.
They do pretty good because that niche and people love that black.
Yeah.
And they want to take it into their herd.
Start spreading it.
And kind of do that. Yeah. And actually Doc, the vet I'm talking about, he actually has two herds. He has a black herd and a brown herd.
Oh, they separate them. It's crazy how like the coloring on the calves is so different.
So that's a late bloomer.
They almost seem like they're not even the same.
Yeah. So normally we wouldn't have red dogs this time of the year. Normally.
That's what you call it, a red dog?
Yep, the red dog.
Nice.
Yep. So, but she had that calf about 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
So normally in May or June, that's what this pasture will be full of.
Wow.
Is the red dogs.
Okay.
So, well, that's Peaches. She's one of my foundation ones. Get here in the gauntlet and get protected, because if you don't get it before you get out here, Big Joe will beat you to it. Stuff's messy. That's Big Joe. They're smart too, because they'll, like him, he'll come over here and he'll bust the crust off.
Oh, to get the good stuff underneath.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
smarting.
They know what they're doing.
Got them all grazing.
This is that cow that stomped at me the other day. That's why she's up here. She's just curious.
She's gonna take you on. She wants to see how dominant you are.
She's challenging me. That's what she's doing. But she forgets that I feed her.
Yeah, you're the source of food.
Yeah.
So they're all just grazing. The reason that they roll this out is to, first off, give everybody a chance to eat, because if it's all in one pile, the dominant cows will, you know, keep all the, like, just like that. They fight off the weaker, lower ones on the totem pole. But this way, everybody has an opportunity to graze. There's also the aspect of laying out all your organic matter, so you're adding organic matter to it. What other benefits is there in rolling like this?
Yeah, mainly to spread out, you know, seed or whatever it is, organic matter, and then just the pecking order is the other main thing.
Just
I mean,
being able to give.
those are my two major deals. Is I want to give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely some dominant females in here that'll keep others from eating.
So this, it's called a hydro bed, swings up, clamps onto your hay bale, drops it down like this. Okay, what happens though? You just said you got to get it in the middle.
You got to get it in the center. So I just picked it up this way so I could double bale it, but
so you'll reset it essentially.
I'll reset, yeah. So plus this one came at the remote, so got a remote so I can watch it.
Wow.
So I'll pull up.
Yeah, looks good.
Take it back up.
Oh, and it just starts unrolling.
And so this is alfalfa, so I'd already spun too much off, but I'll roll it out and I can do half of it and then bring it back tomorrow.
Nice, because you do one bale of grass, half a bale of alfalfa.
Yep. Alfalfa, and it's grassy alfalfa, so it's not straight, but anyways.
Yep.
See her chaps? I call them chaps. She's kind of interesting. She gives me that weird look. So you look at her.
Yeah,
I told you.
Get away from my food.
She's got the big flares on her. I don't know what you would call chaps on
Oh,
her.
right around her leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty.
I didn't even notice that. I guess they don't all.
Not all of them have it really good, but she's got them. So, see, here comes the boss.
Truck door right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We are close.
Stay close. They're not bad. See, there's the.
Oh, the head honcho.
She just came in and she'll move.
Yeah. So that's the pecking order.
That's pecking order.
Do you want to explain that? Just kind of how that works. Why?
Well, I think, you know, I just try to think of like, these are very social, like family networked animals, and I think of the wild, you know, how these animals have coexisted together, or not coexisted, but it just existed on the Great Plains by themselves for a long time with no management or anything. Or think of places like Yellowstone, the wolves and the bears. You got to kind of work together. You have to have structure and management, and I think these animals just naturally have that from their survival instincts over time. And so there is the boss. You have a lead cow. You have the boss cow. You've got your bull. He's the boss, but he doesn't.
Nobody's bothering him, so he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just eats.
Yeah. And plus, Big Joe, like in this group, he's the only one out here right now. So he's
not having to fight anybody.
no, he's got all of his ladies to himself.
Yeah.
You know, when he gets Blackjack in here, it'll get a little more tense, but he'll have to step his game up.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so there's just, I kind of think of just their survival status and their management and how they operate. But it's funny, when I move them, the bosses are in the front.
Yeah,
they lead.
They
They actually.
Is it the weak ones in the back? I mean, that's what you hear about, like wolves attacking they go for the ones in the back.
Yep. And these animals are smart, and I've watched videos, and I've actually seen this in person here of my own. They will sacrifice the weak first. They want the weak to be taken first. I've seen it here personally. So, like, for example, if I have them in the corral or something, and you have a bunch of them that you're trying to gate cut or sort, the dominants will hide in the back and will actually shove.
Oh, push the weaker ones up front.
It's a real thing.
Which may seem like kind of rude. You know, it seems mean that you're just throwing all your weak ones in. But if you think about it from a genetic standpoint, what they're trying to do is actually maintain the best genetics for the herd. Like it's not, maybe it's selfish, but that's not really, you know, animals aren't thinking that way. It's entirely about, no, we need like our strongest at the front to lead and pass on to the next generation all those genetics. So it's just kind of, that's just how nature is. Seems harsh, but
it does. But just like me and you talked about this morning, these animals survived the last ice age. They've been around a long time. Why have they been around a long time?
Yeah.
You know,
they didn't do that taking care of the weakest ones, I guess. Yeah.
I know it's harsh, but
it's the reality of life.
It's
survival.
Yeah, it's survival. And, you know, as a bison producer or cattle producer, whatever you're doing, like for us, we focus on breeding. Well, as ranchers, we select the best.
Yep.
We want the best. And instead of us, you know, or the wolves or the bears, it's the humans. And that's how business goes.
Yep.
So Joe Rogan one time said that they were dumb. And I'm like, Joe,
come on out.
Yeah, these are smart animals. They've lasted for a long time. I think he was referring to the time that he was talking about when they were, you know, westward expansion and stuff, and the railroad. They'd have to get out, and every time you'd shoot one, they just wouldn't run off. They just stand there, and you know, so like, I get that, but they're also family animals, and they don't like to leave each other behind. So that's probably why they, you know, they're in the thousands, or millions maybe at that time.
It's crazy. And how many are there now in the United States?
400,000 to 500,000.
Wow. So. Which is up though from, what do you know how many there was at one point? I remember hearing like, I mean, it was like 10,000 or something. Like there was hardly any of them left. There's
crazy numbers, but the number I always hear by like 1912 or somewhere in there, 20, maybe even by 1900, there was like 1,000.
Gee whiz.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
Millions really to 1,000.
Yeah.
So.
Working our way back up.
Working our way.
They are curious.
Very.
They like to, do they just taste everything? I see them, everything I see them, they're just licking stuff.
She's getting everything.
So this is your herd of bulls.
Yeah.
Speak about like body language. Like this one's standing up there. I saw like tail up, heads down. Like, what are you looking for? Danger signs. Pawing at the ground.
Yeah, red flag is kind of the way I put it. Caution, something like that. Well, first of all, he's kind of a knucklehead, or what I call
This one right here is blackjack?
That's blackjack.
That's blackjack.
He'll go out in the pasture with Big Joe during breeding season. He's just, he's like, oh, there's somebody new here. And he's like, I'm not sure if I like this guy or what I think about him. And plus, I just have to have
He's intimidated by me, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to walk this out. I'm big and tough, though, so just, I'm going to walk away. Anyways, normally, when they put their tails up, it's a warning. They're like,
okay,
like something could happen, or like, I don't know, like, don't do nothing stupid or I'm going to come after you. That's the way I kind of feel around them.
Like this one right here?
I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're just curious of you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're nervous about me. They're scared.
They're giving you the look. Like,
They think I could take them.
no.
And I cannot.
It doesn't matter how fast you run. I
Yeah.
mean, it helps, don't get me wrong, or how quick you
The
can
faster you are, it's about getting up and over the fence.
climb over this fence, yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty heavy duty stuff.
Yes.
What is your fence? Is all the fence?
So these are freestanding panels. These are one of the greatest tools as far as bison ranching because these are mobile. You can build a pen if you work your animals. If you don't like it, you can readjust and change it up. They're not permanent. These are awesome because they're heavy duty and they're tall. So other than that, you can build a regular corral like this one that was already existing here. Typical cow panels.
Okay.
But these are great.
Really heavy duty.
Very. They're 24 foot long.
You said this is tall.
Oh, well,
This is very tall, but these don't look that tall like compared to beef cattle.
right.
They jump?
They can jump.
How high?
Apparently 6 feet.
Ooh.
But
But they can't get over this.
I've
they
never
haven't
seen-
yet.
I've never seen them go over this, but I have watched them jump a 5-strand barbed wire fence.
Okay, wow. Oh, now we got some cubes.
We got cubes.
What's in the cube?
That's a
It's like a transformer.
grain byproduct, compressed, like, plant-based. I don't know. That's a really good question. The bison love it.
Yeah.
It's just it's like.
Have you ever tried it?
I saw a video of some guy
I'll try
eating the other day. My dogs like it. I don't know.
I'll try it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean,
It smells sweet. Yeah. It's like kind of salty.
is it? I guess I've never tasted
It's like dirt. You gotta just try it. It's not terrible. I wouldn't eat it. This isn't something I'd come home to every day.
Cardboard-ish?
Being excited.
Maybe.
I feel like if you've ever eaten wheat, like wheat kernels, and you just like throw wheat kernels in. I feel like that's what it's because there's a texture in there
Well, I'm
too.
kind of getting to.
Yeah, go ahead and spit it out. That's fair.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at-
not as terrible as I thought, but
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like eating dog food. But they know.
here.
Here,
Come here. Here, big dog.
They are kind of like a dog.
He is. Come here, buddy. Here he comes. I'm gonna pick up the one off the ground. Here, buddy.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Yep. That's it.
This is the thing they tell you not to do in Yellowstone.
He also has a tooth
my
missing
gosh.
too. You ever seen that? Hey, buddy.
Wow.
I feel like you're at the safari park.
Yeah.
Doing the drive-through.
Man. His
Okay.
head is so big.
This is your turn now. I'm gonna back up so you can.
Okay, I'm going to stop this and you record it for me. Oh, let me see that.
Just-
Delicious.
Oh yeah, just goodness here.
Delicious. Oh my gosh. I got him.
I gotta smell you first.
Oh. Do I smell my gosh. It's like I got him. Prehistoric.
I gotta smell you first.
Oh. Do I smell okay? It's like, oh, there's
He's a sloppy eater.
prehistoric. Tongues like a sandpaper. You just go for it. Oh, there's,
He's a sloppy eater.
yeah. Tongues like a sandpaper.
It is. It's a very rough tongue.
just
You know
go
they don't
for
have top teeth.
No, I did not know that. Just two, like, on the bottom.
It is. It's a very rough tongue. You know they don't have top teeth.
Okay. No, I did not know
They leave a
that.
saliva on the grass.
Just two, like, on the bottom.
Just on the bottom. They use the tongue
Dang, those
to grab the
tongues.
grass.
Okay, here you go.
They leave a saliva on the
Go ahead
grass.
and- oh, you want to eat sideways? Ow! Dang, those tongues. Here you go.
There you go. He's like,
Drop
just-
it in. You want me to just drop it in there? Is that better?
there you go.
There you go. Drop it in. So now I'm on the back Is of that the better?
Oh.
truck and we're going to feed them
better?
some grain. And they're going to chase it. Stampede. And now they're all happy. How do you know how much feed?
Huh?
How do you know how much feed to give them?
It tells me how many revolutions come through on my deal.
Oh, okay.
But other than that,
And it just,
yeah. You can do it from here too. And then, yeah.
and then it turns it.
Yeah, there's an auger
Dumps
that
them
runs
out.
through.
Oh, okay.
Comes out.
You're about to get
Yeah.
surrounded.
They get rowdy.
They really love them cubes. They go crazy for these cubes.
Yeah, you'll hear them talk to each other.
Yeah, the sound. Oh, I just heard it. Where's your mama? This one right here is still feeding.
Yep. So this calf is about 9 months old, and one of the great benefits.
So aggressive.
It's kind of rough, and I don't understand why they hit the back. It kind of reminds me of a lamb when it's first born.
Yeah,
It
you
breaks
think
up
they'd be
the-
more gentle.
No, these calves can be rough on their moms,
Yeah.
poor mamas and their udders.
Oh my gosh.
But that's why they're great moms,
Yeah.
and they can they live for a long time. But
I don't see her bag though.
no, so bison, it's hard to tell if they're pregnant or not, besides their belly getting really big, because their udders don't drop like a milk cow or a beef cow. They don't sag. They're kind of up in there and hard to tell.
You gotta go find them.
Yeah, you gotta find them. But like up until a week ahead of time, you really can't tell how pregnant they are. But their udder will kind of fill up a little bit, but you'll just never see it. And the calves can be on them until they have another calf. It's kind of crazy.
They'll naturally kind of kick the baby off and say, "Hey, I'm ready
Yeah.
for your brother or sister to arrive, so get off."
Yeah. And as long as mom is in a healthy condition, then we'll leave them on and just let bison be bison.
Yeah, but they really go at it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the bison moms.
Ow.
Oh. Ah. She's looking over here like, yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
No wonder they're so tough.
She's a good mama.
She's like, have you ever had your udders yanked on like this? You'd be mad
Exactly.
too.
She was looking at us. Cow's horns will do the curve in.
Oh, to tell if it's a...
Just a quick look. People always say, how do you know if it's a male or a female?
Okay, there's this one, the one right back there.
Oh yeah, she's looking at us. A female's horns will typically kind of curve out to in.
Okay.
A bull's will just go straight up.
Where is he? Is he around here?
Yeah. Where is he?
Well, we'll show him to
Every
you
one
later.
of them's different, but typically the cows turn back in. So.
Yeah, you can kind of see that.
Yeah. Oh, he's back here. Here, we'll just back up and talk to him real quick. Big Joe.
Look how much bigger he is.
Yeah. And their body size. So you can typically look at a bison, adult or a calf, and the bulls are always just typically bigger. And that's just a first initial take. But other than that, their horns kind of are a wide base.
And their beards are the same. Boys and girls both have beards, so that's, unlike humans, not a really good way to differentiate them.
I mean, yeah. His is a little bit more aggressive than the cows, but definitely both have beards, for sure.
You're handsome, Joe.
And he definitely needs a brush, and he just poked her in the butt, but he's gorgeous.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. You learned a little bit about bison and what it takes to run a bison ranch. Are you going to help me out when I get this thing started?
Absolutely.
Okay, and where can people go to support you guys and what you guys are up to?
Just Cross Timbers Bison, our website there, or YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
YouTube. You're also going to help me on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you're going to help me grow here too.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right. That's where we are.
See you down the road. Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
you at a you don't call them brandings because you don't actually brand them.
No, a working.
We'll see you at the next working.
Roundup working.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
we'll
right.
see you then.